Hey, so I recently picked up a DJI Pocket 2. Now, I know I'm behind the times with this, it's been out a long time. And I got this just to do some filming in the car. It was between this and a GoPro. So I picked this up, not really expecting much from it. But you know what? I've been really impressed with just how good not only is the stabilization in this because of the little gimbal on top, but also the image quality coming from this camera. So I've actually been using it more and more when I'm just walking around, maybe doing a little bit of vlogging, and when I've been filming myself inside a car. But I want to take this to the next level. So I've got these to show you today. These are some Freewell ND filters with inbuilt polarizing filters too. So that's what I want to talk about today. If you've got a DJI Pocket 2 and you want to take your footage to the next level, this could be really interesting. So what exactly does an ND filter and a polarizer filter do? Let me explain. So if you film with a camera like a Sony, a Canon or a GH5, you'll want to make sure that you switch your DJI Pocket to Pro mode so that you control things like your shutter speed and your exposure. So first of all, what does an ND filter do? So an ND filter helps you control the amount of light coming into your camera. Now, this is really good for a couple of reasons. And the main reason that you'll want to bring your shutter speed down is so you can achieve some nice motion blur. And why would you need this? Well, action cameras like the DJI Pocket and the GoPro film at high shutter speeds, which means you don't get any motion blur at all. So you could pretty much pause your footage at any point and everything will be perfectly in focus. Now, of course, this is really great for high-speed action, but if you want to use your cameras for vlogging and travel videos, motion blur helps your footage look more natural and, dare I say it, more cinematic. There's also something in filming called the 180-degree shutter rule. And this basically means for great footage, you want to set your shutter speed at twice that of your frame rate. So let's say you're filming at 25 frames a second, you'll want to set your shutter speed at 1/50. Filming at 100 frames a second, well, you'll want to set your shutter speed at 1/200. So that's what an ND filter does. But what about the polarizing filter? Why do you need one of those? So a polarizing filter, or a PL filter, is typically used in front of a camera's lens to reduce reflections, reduce atmospheric haze, and increase the color and saturation in the sky or a sea. So again, why would you need this? Well, take a look at this shot here of this car. As you can see, there are a ton of reflections in the windscreen. Simply turn the PL filter on this and your reflections will disappear. This is perfect if you want to film someone inside your car and you don't want the distractions of the reflections. Also, if you've got a slightly washed out sky, turn the PL filter for some beautifully deep blue skies. Also, if you're filming the sea, again, turn the PL filter and you'll be able to actually see through the water. So the DJI Pocket is quite small, so how do these attach? Well, it's actually quite cool. These tiny little filters simply attach by magnets onto the front of the DJI Pocket 2. Now, I'll be honest, they are a little bit fiddly just because they're so thin and small, and I have dropped them a couple of times, but they all seem okay. And what's great about this is if you get these filters from Freewell, you actually get this little magnetic carrying case with all of the different ND filter versions on here, so you can simply sort of detach them and they magnetically fit into this handy little case too. So overall, what do I think? Well, you know what, if you own a DJI Pocket and you just use it for home movies and you're not doing anything serious, don't worry. You know, the DJI Pocket can output some really good video just in automatic mode. But if you're like me and you tend to use a mixture of footage maybe from a Sony a7S III and you just want to put this in the mix into your edit, then I would definitely recommend getting these filters because it helps you control that shutter speed. It makes all your footage look much more alike. You get that motion blur and you get the added beauty of controlling your skies as well, so you can get some nice deep blue skies, or you can remove the reflections. And as I say, that's what I've been doing. I've been filming some things inside my new car, me driving and things like that. And without these filters, you sometimes get reflection on the windscreen from inside and outside. And this really helps with that. So I would definitely recommend checking this out. I'll put a link in the description so you can check out where to get them. And if you've got any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.